Yo, what's going on, guys? It's csgo here, back with another video. Today we are going to talk about how to win more clutches in post-plant situations. Today we're going to specifically talk about the T side of Counter-Strike, but if you're curious on how to win more CT clutches, go ahead and like this video, and if we get enough support I will make a CT version of this. But let's get right into this with some juicy tips so that you can win more opportunities, 1v3s, 1v2s, whatever it may be. You're going to have better success rates. So let's talk about the first thing that I see players doing wrong in these clutches. Say they're on T side, they get to the bomb site, they have an opportunity to plant the bomb, and they do a few things wrong. Now, the first thing that I see them doing wrong is I see them planting the bomb and then playing in a position where they are exposed to multiple angles, right? So players might plant the bomb and then come out here and maybe be exposed to CT, people walking up here, catwalk, and long. In a 1v3 situation, a 1v2, whatever this is, if we do not know where the enemies are, the more exposed we are, the worse it is for us, right? So whenever you can, you need to limit angles. If you see professional players, they do this very well. You know, they're sitting behind this box as cover and they're holding catwalk, right? Or they take space, right? Taking space is huge in post plants in order to get behind cover and now control the situation, right? So now we are on catwalk and we don't have to worry about it. We can check here every once in a while and then limit our angles, right? We can catch people running through CT and killing them. It's so much better than if we're just sitting up here wondering where people are going to be and just putting ourselves out here to be traded and just super open. Now, before I get into the rest of the tips, I have to give you a message from the sponsor of today's video.
Thank you to the sponsor of today's video, Skins Monkey. They are one of the greatest and easiest to use CS2 trading sites out there. You can swap out the skins you do not like for brand new ones that are so much more fresh. Even skins that are trade locked can be secured by adding them to your backpack. The greatest thing about the site is that you can buy skins for so much cheaper with a 35% deposit bonus when you use my code, COJO. Make sure to check out the freebie section where you can get a free skin just by completing tasks. On top of the bonuses, you also get a $5 bonus when clicking the link in the description.
All right. Now, the second thing that I see people doing wrong is not only do they just expose themselves in all these positions, they never plant the bomb for themselves, right? So really high level players, what they're going to do is have an idea of where they want to play, right? So say they, took a bomb site and they know the players are towards mid and B, right? One of the things that you can do is choose to where to plant the bomb, right? If we want to take cat and play from cat, we plant here, or we plant out in the open, right? If we want to play for long, then we plant, here. If we want to play from long plat, wow. We plant here so that we can see them if they're diffusing, back here a little bit more so that we make sure we see them. Or if we have space and time for anything, we plant up here so that we can see the bomb from everywhere. And also, side note, why can you plant up there but you can't plant on top of these? I never understood that. But yeah, so we plant the bomb and then we need to take that space so that we have a favorable post plant, right? So if we plant for long and we know we can get through here, go play around to long, right? So that when they go to try to defuse the bomb, we can spot it from up here. If we planted for catwalk on this side, in general, play for catwalk, right? Play here so that when they're defusing, we can come out here and swing. Never really plant the bomb for where you're not going to be. Don't plant the bomb for cat here and then go long, because what are you going to do? They're defusing the bomb and there's literally nothing you can do. They can stick it and win the round. Now, there is a little caveat to this where you can plant the bomb for something else to trick your opponent, right? So you could plant it for catwalk here and then, maybe you just sit ramp and they retake through cat. Yeah, they know you're not going to be, catwalk, but maybe they think you're doing something weird, and then you kill them as they're defusing. It's just like very situational, and yeah, sometimes pros will purposely not plant for themselves, but it's just very very situational, right? Another thing that you need to be able to do is you need to be able to isolate fights in a clutch. It is very difficult to win a clutch if you're not able to isolate fights, and you're not always going to win every clutch just because you're isolating. But I will tell you that if you're not able to isolate, they are going to have the advantage every single time, and the only time you're going to win is if they are just bad players, right? So in general, what you want to do is plant the bomb and then look for frags, right? So one of my favorite things on B site here is to plant the bomb, or even planting it up here. Sometimes I'll tap it, I'll fake the plant if I know someone's close, and then they'll run in, I get this kill, I go to tap it again, or I just stick it, but then I'm playing off window, right? So that's one of my favorite places to sit here and listen. The bomb's down, the bomb's taken away, they have to start doing stuff. Oh, there's two people out here, let me peek and try to isolate a fight and then kill the other guy, right? Whenever we can, we want to do this. The worst thing you could ever do is not isolate fights, and like I said earlier, put yourself in a situation where you're just like exposed to everything, right? So if we hear that they are heavy coming through tunnels, right, say it's a 1v3 and there are 3 people coming through tunnels, one of my favorite things to do is boom, kill the first guy, reposition to another place, kill the second guy, and then boom, kill the third guy. Whenever we can, we're trying to do that. We're not trying to sit on this line and go and spray them down as they're swinging all the time, because like if they are playing properly, as soon as that first shot comes in from us, they're all peeking here and trading out. You don't want to let them trade. You want to be active. Boom, first kill. You know, boom, second kill, and then get to somewhere else. There's a time and place for trying to 3-man spray down, but in general, peeking around corners, isolating fights, doing the things like that is our best friend in these retakes, right? On T side, we're trying to take advantage of the poor spacing from the CTs and, you know, make sure that we have that. Another thing that you can do to win more clutches is make sure you always have an HE grenade. I'll show you why, because if we have an HE grenade, it becomes so impossible for them to defuse the bomb, right? To ninja defuse. Say you planted the bomb here on site, they throw a smoke to go defuse it or to pressure you. One thing that you can do is, it's like, okay, cool, you smoked that, let's just nade site, boom. Oh, okay, he's not on it, right? And then it does get stressful if you don't get the kill right away, but about 40 to 60% of the time, somewhere in there, you're gonna get the kill because he's gonna be sticking it with that smoke, and then that nade just completely exposes the smoke. It completely dissipates it, and then you get the easiest frag in your life on him defusing the bomb with his, you know, knife out. So definitely something to utilize more is those HEs. Another thing is if you have a Molotov in a post plant, I love using a molly when I know the CTs are burning their smokes, right? You know, say at the beginning of the round, the CTs are smoking off long doors, right? They're smoking cross, and the B player is throwing a tunnel smoke. That is 3 smokes instantly gone, and if another player uses the smoke somewhere in the round, or you just frag the players that have the smoke grenades up, it becomes so impossible for the CTs to win a clutch, even if you plant it in the wrong position. Even if I planted the bomb here, if I have a Molotov and I know that they don't have a smoke, I can just molly site, and I've won. They can't defuse. As long as I get the timing right and I get the molly properly, they're not going to be able to defuse the bomb. So your mollies and your HEs are your most important late round clutch, you know, utility. Another thing too, utility is just going to be your key to winning a lot of these. If you're in a 1vx situation, a smoke is great too. Smoke creates a temporary wall, so you can do things like play behind your own smoke, right? You smoke off cat, you could sit here and play a spot that you usually wouldn't be able to. Some really good clutch players, what they actually end up doing is they'll drop a smoke down somewhere on site, right? So they'll just drop a random smoke down, and then they'll play on the outside of their smoke that they drop down. So they can, boom, get a kill here, sweep through the other side, boom, get a kill here, and just keep going around and around with their smoke. You'll see a lot of high-level good players doing that, right? Just dropping a smoke down somewhere on site so that it creates these temporary walls. Boom, first kill. Oh, the guy's running up ramp in a 1v2. Boom, get the second kill because we're playing an angle that usually is the worst angle ever. Usually that spot on the box, it's like, dude, this guy's dumb. I can just shoot him from up here. But when there's a smoke up, it allows you to play angles that you're never supposed to be able to play. Utility is going to win you so many post plants, clutches, and everything. So hopefully you guys enjoyed these tips. If you want to get coached by a pro, go ahead and check out the form in the description of this video, or check me live on twitch.tv/kojimocs. Even if you want to AFK the stream, I'll be there for you. Ask some questions, and we'll just have a good time playing and North American face it, and you know, we'll learn together. So appreciate every single one of you guys. Let's keep grinding, keep growing, keep being awesome, and I'll catch you guys